they got a good amount of economy off of that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing it with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too, as they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jarek, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed in 5.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X-Blade Mail Call if he finds it, especially with his BKB. Now, there's not that many ways to stop him.
This is all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled.
He's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Anna's on his way over, they've got the snowball down, there's the counterplay set, jumps in, he's able to find the call onto Challenge, but Challenge already got the BKB out, the Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB, he'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down, no buyback on the axe, as Jarex as well, surrounded by PSG LGD, the Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Port Spirits. On the bottom row, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding onto that buyback on Jarex. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting, is it enough to hold OG in the game?
You see No Tails already running to just, he doesn't care, he's gonna throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will, as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jarex. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jarex is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split, of course, up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this rack's on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana as the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to deward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check Anna, who's on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to be the set. Oh, he's in. The call, the MP, the counter, but FY's in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's it up. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. With the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Thompson, the self-fuels, FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in, again, up into the air, Arme straight on top of No Tail, FY will fall, Arme looking towards No Tail pops the hand of God, but No Tail beaten down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna, has been left behind in Thompson, he's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo, can he find the angle, Jarex coming in, keeping Anna alive, Anna with the doppelganger, the deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them, Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill, can he find it in time onto X-Nova, he's on top of him, trying to beat him down, Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base, as X-Nova will survive, Jarex back in, the combo, re-ball down onto Challenge, but Challenge is so tanky, pops the Shiva's gone, he's on top of Jarex, Jarex is gone, Anna as well, can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova is so low, as the buyback for Jarex comes in, he's healing Anna back up, that buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova, the cold snap, down onto the attraction, they find him, he's out of mana, he's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded, OG, can they find the ball? They can! OG are still in the game, Arme buys back immediately, but now it's PSG without two of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Ana, but Ana also toying with him with that doppel. He set the illusion, they thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's
Look at this.
really hard to kill.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the plate. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus, he's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Ana, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Ana get with the doppelganger. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Ana will be able to force him away. They've got the head. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No-Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost, he's got Hex
maybe.
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back, real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead the PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25s now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refresher shot.
That
There's no
defeat
way to get this. There's no way LGD can.
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG T-Rex though.
Yeah. The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE
It's
is
massive.
really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. But just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG. Still 30 seconds without Chalice.
Double Hex coming out now. Thompson and these 5-second BKBs. Yeah, I mean, they were crushing whether it be.
Thompson's being spotted out.
Got the vision. They're on top of it. Thompson, he's in trouble. The nullifier comes out, but he got the ghost walk off as well as the Hex in time. Now, Somnus turns up. The blood runs down. Thompson! He's dead for 100. Has got the buyback available. PSG LGD will certainly look to force it out of them.
FY, just what a shadow
smash.
blade. It just, yeah. As soon as they split up, he finds the perfect opportunity there on Thompson.
You got to be careful going out on the map when FY's alive. There's every chance in the world that he's going to be watching you from the trees.
And at this point, I think for Ame, it's actually going to be very worth it for him to actually just try and burn all the mana from the Anti-Lancer so we can't doppelganger all the time. That's causing a huge issue with the team fights. And I see that Chalice is using his Dispel Magic every single cooldown on these Phantom Lancer illusions, but there's still way too many that are causing havoc to this team.
It's too constant. Like that double cooldown being 3 seconds just allows him to always be able to play around a little bit around the brew. They don't really have this crazy AoE when you look at LGD's lineup to just clear out those illusions. It's really a lot based off them just trickling them down slowly like the Shivas and the Radiants and knowing exactly which one it is.
Yep, he doesn't have the crit talent, but now he does have crit from that Bloodthorn coming out.
It's a lot of damage that Anna can offer to the fights now.
And Brewmaster without BKB, very vulnerable. Cold Snap, Bloodthorn, Berserker's Call, there's a lot of ways that they can prevent him from getting that open.
He just commits it from the back just to be careful.
Make sure that he can get it off and get some damage in onto the tier 3s. Anna's going to start to try and fight against these Primal Split Brewlings. He'll be able to find one of them. He has been silenced. He'll take down the Wind Panda 2 as well by the looks of it. There's only the Earth Panda prevails. Seb jumps and he gets the call onto the Panda, popping the BKB as well, so they won't kill the Brewlings off. They do force PSG LGD away long enough that Thompson does not have to expend his buyback. It's Thompson back in the game.
They're utilizing the PL very well too, by replicating him, setting illusions to get some extra damage on the tower. It's just one Rex left that's holding LGD away from Mega Creeps.
And they're straight out. They're ready with the aggressive play, OG. Thompson, can he find a catch? He's close to having vision onto X-Nova.
Should be able to find X Nova. He is stalking him. He got sights of him for a second. He seems a bit far away though.
Oh, the tornado. It's got him. Thompson drops the combo down upon him. The stun comes out though. Oh, the counterplay. Jax is there though with the heal, the tether. Keeping Thompson alive with the invincible blade down. Candace here with the hand of God comes through. Thompson still alive, but Chalice gets the primal split out. He's been stunned. Thompson, the cheese, he's fine. Thompson, he goes down. They get the kill onto the Evoker. No tail. Being chased by Arme. The bash is coming through, but the blade mail was already out from Seb. He tries to get the call off. The bash, the cataclysm isn't enough to find the kills either. Leading forward, the Bloodthorn onto FY. Gets the kill onto FY. FY bites back straight away. Anna looking at more Somnus again. The doppelganger. Arme on top of Thompson. Thompson being saved by Jax. Jax with the tether. Arme turns into General Gemma. There's the call. Seb, he catches Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes. The Hex. They've got Somnus as well. Oh, gee. Double kill for Seb. The clutch buybacks coming into play. Nobody has a buyback available right now. As OG stand with 5 alive on the map. 100 seconds without the Morphling.
This double talent is just destroying LGD. They have no way to actually find Ana. Like Ben said, the Brewmaster's constantly using the dispel, but it's so hard to find the real PL amongst all these illusions in all this chaos of the fights with tornadoes and chaos meters and everything falling all over the place.
And look at this. The tier 3 tower falling. Anna frontlining it all. What's he scared of? The Blood Ride will come out. Chalice with the Shiva's Guard trying to initiate. But Anna is poking, prodding, beating down, and on the side, Thompson jumps in. Chalice gets in with the big the call. Seb, he's got the disability. Chalice to the damage. They got on top of the Chalice. He's into the snowball. FY buying time for him, but now he's vulnerable. He's their tags. He gets Bloodthorn. Chalice buys back. Straight back into the game. Anna trying to find his attention onto X-Nova. Chalice leading forward. The Tornado going to be off the market. Only catches out the Bloodseeker, but Seb, he's looking for the follow-up. Jumps in, gets the call. The BKB was out in time, but Anna's on top of it. Now it's Seb's got the blade on FY. With the snowball again. Thompson, Jax, focusing the rags. Thompson gets the Hex up onto X-Nova. Seb, healed up by Jax. Anna still full health at the moment as the Brewlings are pushed back to the base. OG, get the bottom melee racks. As still 30 seconds to play without the Morphling in the game. They move towards the mid lane. OG, can they really get it all here? The mid racks falling. They've taken a full second set. 15 painful seconds for LGD.
They're going to keep going. They want to claim their megas.
Another tier 3 falls. OG onto the final set of racks that LGD have left standing. Azana, he gets kicked back. He's separated from the team, but he has the double ganger. He's been ruptured. He needs help, but he needs it now. Jack, in with the tap of the hand of God. Give it that double heal. The relocate as well. Jax gets him out. As OG will successfully disengage before that Morphling's back in, as they found both racks. Jerax will die for this one, almost certainly, as he looks to tether across, but the nullifies upon him. He has buyback though, and OG just took so much away from PSG LGD, as they only have a lone range rack standing on the top lane.
I can't believe this is only 3 racks left in this game. What are those in range racks on the side of LGD? Buyback status. I saw X-Men was buyback. It was only like 600 or 700, which is crazy. But Jerax also kind of in that same network territory, looking at a very cheap buyback. But 2 in the game left. IO and the PL. PL is almost unkillable at this point. Like, even without the Wisp, it's still really difficult. With the Wisp, just don't even try.
We'll see this again. It's a save here from Jerax.
The control is just not there, and they don't have the way to kill all these illusions constantly. And of course, look at Jerax coming in, starts that relocate channel, and is able to get it off. No one gets the control on him.
Keeping it cool at the time that it means the most, but he's still able to crack a smile here in Game 4, the TIA Grand Finals. OG making a stand, now leading 9k advantage in net worth. LD able to join us.
I don't believe they actually have any 4 staffs inside of LG. That's generally how you deal with a side device. And I think they can get a side device on the core, get a blink call, and that hero is likely dead without buyback at this point. So OG, I would say, definitely favored at this point in the game, especially with PL having buyback. LGD, they have a couple minutes to think about what they want to do before this second rotation.
Yeah, they can't be totally reliant on FY just getting these perfect snowball saves, or even like I saw in the last fight too when it was down bottom. He even tried like Walrus kicking the IO away from when he was tethered from somebody else. They need to find some other ways to be able to save particular that Brewmaster, who is just time and time again is the most important hero it does seem for LGD.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they do with the beginning call. The snowball is the only thing, but they have Bloodthorns, they have Sacrifice for the Tusk, they have a lot of things available. Maybe Aeon doesn't perhaps for Brewmaster. I'm not exactly sure what the best way for him to deal with it is. Looks like he is going for an Octarine perhaps for almost permanent.
The sentry's down there. They see Thompson, but Thompson, he's already quick with the play. The Tornado into EMP, Cold Snap as well. They've got the Hex, but there won't be any further jumping. They just poke at Arme.
They're trying to make space.
They got the Mega Creeps.
That's the distraction play right there.
Up against the Mega Creeps. PSG LGD, it's what stands between them and the championship title here in Game 4.
And they got it right before that wave, before that 59-minute mark too, so we already have the Mega Creep wave coming in, that momentum pushing onto LGD's side.
And you look at their lineup, can PSG LGD's heroes deal with the Mega Creeps? It's hard. They don't really have that sort of incredible D-push or AoE sort of hard hitters to deal with it.
That's kind of what they've been lacking in a lot of this game, right? That's what we've been talking about with the illusions, with the PL. They've got ways to find them if it's, or ways to kill them if they find the exact one, but as for doing that, it's very tough when they don't have just the dispel from Chalice.
And he does too much damage to ignore at this point.
Yep.
With the Bloodthorn. And on top of that, Roshan is going to respawn in about 1 minute's time. LGD, I think their buybacks are going to cool down around that time, but I just don't think they can withstand this onslaught. They really want to be able to defend this Roshan. It's super obvious when there's Mega Creeps. Mega Creeps, that's the luxury that you have. You can just wait a couple of seconds. You know, the creeps will be hitting at your T4s if you wait.
As Ana commits forward. Has no boots, but a full Eye of Scotty. 3,800 health now on this PL, who hasn't been dying for a very long time. Now he's got easier ways, easier kill opportunity, and much more survivability.
Yeah, he probably has like maybe 7,000, 8,000 HP effective with the Butterfly Evasion, the heal, the overcharge, and the Hand of God is just way too much. And the lifesteal from Shen too, which is another ability.
OG is clearing out the pit. Very, very soon to be spawning. Roshan and PSG LGD are well aware.
Roshan's up. It looks like only OG knows.
Arme and Ana. He's losing action. Arme's gonna get caught out by the Tornado though. They've opened up onto him. Arme trying to get on top of Ana. The BKB pop by Challenge. He'll get the ult out. No Tail getting got out straight away by F5 with the snowball. No Tail's dead for 100. They'll get the Chen. Ana in the midst of it trying to lock down onto FY. The rest of his team about to come over to get the Tornado. Out onto X7. Looking for the core control onto Arme. Has he got it? Arme getting stood up by the cold snap, but he's able to wait for him up the high ground. Thompson blinks in. He gets the hex up at F5 with the snowball save. They get the match out. Soldiers will be able to find the IO, but they're fully low OGD. That Soldiers dead for 2 minutes. They get Thompson. Thompson dead for 2 minutes. Only Ana. Ana, can he do it here? Is it half out save? He gets the call of his lifetime. As 3 dead now on LGD. No buyback. Simple fall. Ana kept alive on the back of that fight. As that very much looked like PSG LGD were able to tip OG over the edge, but that plus 100 Berserker score, you could see Seb as well being very careful with how he used it, keeping it to that opportune moment after any potential sort of Manta dodges have been done by Thomas Arme, and he gets the call.
9 doppelgangers used just in that area around the Ancients from the PL. Just the constant barrage of illusions giving that distraction to allow Seb to get that call off.
And that's another Roshan for OG.
These fights have to be so hectic for the players. There's like 30 PLs.
There's just both sides. I mean, even the Enchantress is like taking a PL, and then the Morphling turns into PL.
I'm just impressed we haven't had any frame drops. You know?
That's true.
There's Ana. Down the middle lane.
Just walking down with a DD.
The tier 4s. Ana says he's done with this. He wants to end this game. The buyback will come out from FY. Ana. It's going to be snowballed. Ana. He's in. He's not got any backup on the way. FY will be able to get up with the invis, but this doppelganger just over and over again, meaning that Ana could just stand in. Now he's got the backup of Jerax. He gets Hex. Oh, he didn't expect it. He didn't expect the Hex, but he's still fine. Jerax at the Otis, but X-Nova into the snowball. They'll turn towards Jarek. The Hanagon coming out. Jarek has been nullified. They hit Doppelganger once again. X-Nova. He will survive for now. But buybacks were forced out by that aggressive play from Anna. At the same time, Seb did buy back himself on the axe. But LGD are back up as a full 5-man.
Jesus, this is insane.
I mean, Otto was super safe there. I'm not exactly sure why I said ball back, but I mean, he has heart, he has whiz behind him, he has ages, he has everything. His buyback.
And as you can see, that is the big difference. There are 4 buybacks available on OG. Only 1 available for LGD.
All this momentum pushing in. And an arcade rune up top. If they give that to Ana, oh my god. Even more illusions, even more doppels.
Oh,
Let's go.
that is
2.1 second cooldown.
2.1 second cooldown.
Oh man.
Okay. Azana,
This is it.
he's ready to put it to use. Straight into the base he goes, doppling forward, he gets the jump onto X-Nova, the Ghost set to keep an X-Nova fine for now. Anna looking to turn his commitment towards Arme, Thompson comes in with a deafening blast from the side, the EMP finishes X-Nova off, he's dead for 110, Seb, pods the BKB, looks for the cool control onto F5, and F5 does get the snowball off in time. Arme looking on top of Jarrett, but Thompson turns, they get the Hex out onto him, he'll get himself back into the ball flick, the BKB down in time as Arme cuts down Rojo with a wave 4, finds the kill. Anna looking to get on top of Arme, the BKB's about to wear off. The Mega Creep speeding down upon the edge of the Virgin. Seb in again. The call on top of Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes. Chalice. BKB pop. He's trying to commit, trying to deal with Anna being silenced by the blood right. But the ancient is falling. The Hex is out. They're going to be able to find themselves. Chalice 3 dead on LGD. OG hitting the ancient. Hitting the ancient. Weird guy. Weird. Again, John. FY. He's found himself no tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's no tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for no tail as Arme comes in for the kill secure.
I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. It's one of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm missing here.
Got to
Watch
be careful
Jerax.
who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis rune. As Arme will show himself, Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus not messing without rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, will find X-Nova.
Seb, in as well. Between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's level miserable.
He's toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and that's why he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Anna is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Anna, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Anna's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Anna, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level up the
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Asian Greeks. Right now, he just has the Asian Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be calling out his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, see, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those blink calls out as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I've Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the ages to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save, he's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out, Seb goes for the TP, they've got the stun to cancel them. Seb held back for now, Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow up, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the shrine, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warning expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to move. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the Manta back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back here. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. This is ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen. As the mid-racks are exposed, PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Saunders. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the 3 of them. Knocks them back, but Ana gets focused. Seb he's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Saunders. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Saunders too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
You look up close to Brew is at 25.
So close.
With that, I will still go down.
Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG at the full 5-man, pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I get the head up in this team fight. The LGD are goal, but no blood take up to 60 seconds. This would be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't do everything. While back 3 heroes, they weren't able to get any T30s, and there's no Roshan up yet.
Dire team ban.
Get that refresher, but it's not gonna be up.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
At least they got a good amount of economy off of it, right?
Thank you, Toby.
Radiant team ban. Dire
I'm
team
great.
ban.
I know BTS love their themed events. So when they're helping out Beyond Epic here, they're like, wow, you know, Father's Day just passed. We should theme it up with a couple of dads. And so here we are. Thank you so much, gods, for making this magic happen. We got Dakota. And I hope I'm not forgetting anyone, but I feel like that's the only one that's coming right to my head instantly. Apologies if your secret love child was forgotten. I'm sorry. To anyone out there, any of my fellow cats, Lyrical, I don't know what's been going on, dude. Maybe, who knows? Yeah. That's true. I mean, Purge is like the... Yeah, Purge wears the mustache and has like the Dota dad thing going, where he's kind of fathered a lot of Dota children into existence. So he kind of should be celebrating Father's Day too.
5 seconds remaining.
All right.
Radiant team ban. Dire team pick.
Yeah, they don't really have anyone you consider like super veterans in terms of the space. So exciting because they've been kind of crushing it lately. I mean, they're not like top of this group maybe, but they've definitely been winning series. Like they started off really hot in this group with they did 2-0 Alliance like right first day, and I was like, oh whoa, okay, I got to keep my eyes on Empire. Since then, unfortunately, they went 0-2 versus NIP and 1-2 versus Liquid. But being able to 2-0 someone like Alliance, like they are one of the top teams. Even if they are a little hot and cold right now, at least it gives you the knowledge that Empire can do this. Damn.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Queen of pain.
No. Yeah. They're that, yeah, one win and they should just be straight up good. Aside from that, I mean, they don't have to worry about getting eliminated, that's for sure. And it's very likely that they're going to be in the upper bracket.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Yeah.
Seconds remaining.
And yeah, who's Liquid have left? Speaking of which, they still play well. They're one of Virtus Pro's little list of teams to knock down on their path. So yeah, very back-weighted tournament for some of the big dogs in Team Secret and Virtus Pro. So make sure you guys are continuing to tune in as the days keep falling, because despite a lot of the group being kind of figured out, we have these teams that are ready to rocket from the bottom to contest these top teams. I do what I can.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
I know, this combo is just gross. The constant slights, the roots, just chasing you down. I will say, I don't think it's like insanely busted, we must nerf this now, and it is kind of fun to watch, so I don't necessarily hate it that much. It started off really strong in the patch, and then it kind of went away. Sometimes Ember would be banned in the first phase, but then maybe teams were going for more of these other heroes like the Queen of Pain instead, or like the DP maybe. She was like popping off pretty hard in terms of first phase picks, so it kind of got ignored for a while, but now it's definitely back in full force over the past couple days. Yeah. He's a little surprising because he's definitely crushing it in pubs. He's like been this super high win rate over the past like couple months, but not really making a stab into the pro scene. So a little surprising, but when you think about it, I mean, Bane has always been known for being a big lane dominator. And one of the other big position 5s right now is, of course, Witch Doctor. And so Bane, similar but a little bit different. They both sort of dominate the lane, but Bane can offer you that like long game control, and especially through the BKB. I feel like we don't talk about that much anymore, but since so many spells lost their ability to pierce BKB, the fact that Bane can just like get rid of this ultimate trump card that so many cores are picking out at like 25 or 30 minutes is very helpful. Yeah.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, the earlier points in people are definitely coming through. We've actually had, the last game I saw was Always Want to Fly playing it, because he's of course been playing a lot of Undying still, and still kind of trying to do the same thing. He's like the only person picking Undying, but he was going for like early points in the Enfeeble and like just maxing Brain Sap. So kind of like, you know, one Enfeeble, one Brain, or one Nightmare, and then like max Brain Sap. Yeah, I mean, we've even had the combos starting back up, right? Like Mirana is fairly popular right now.
10 seconds
You could see her fly on through in this series.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, or stopping those catapult waves too, because everyone's all about the catapult pushes lately.
Dire team pick.
Yeah. Maybe we need some way that you can mark it with like, you know, it's like pool when you're calling the shot, you know? That would make the Mirana players feel a little bit better. Like, I am aiming for this, and then you get like a little taunt celebration. This is an Arcana waiting to happen, Valve. You're welcome. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, yeah.
5
I think you should just
remaining.
die. Yeah, just... Well, they've done that before with a couple heroes. It's okay. We're ready. Toby, you're getting a little too deep for me here, buddy. The lore is tough, you know. It's a bit rough. Lifestealer, this guy, I don't see this guy much at all. I mean, I'm sure, as you recall, Clockwork used to be the anti-Lifestealer. It used to be like, oh my god, we can't pick Lifestealer, the cogs. Of course, that was many moons ago now. Whereas now Lifestealer just eats the cogs, but he's good versus the Keeper of the Light, right? Doesn't have to worry about the Will-O-Wisp. Abyssal Blade's broken now, so that kind of helps this hero and try to lock down someone like Ember. Yeah. Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
Legion Commander.
Yeah, and the man, that Lifestealer just hit CIS. They were like the first people to try that offlane Lifestealer back when that used to kind of be a thing. I remember like how Vos would. He went on some little stint where he was playing like 3. Yeah.
5 seconds.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Dire team ban.
And it's nice to have supports that can actually impact the mid. Like a smoked Bane can still help mid lane, even if it's not like the longest range of initiation. Some of the other 5s by content, like a Coddle, the best thing you can do for the mid is maybe TP save someone with a blinding light, but that's going to be, you know, slim
10
pickings.
seconds remaining.
But speaking of BKB piercing, of course, we did get Legion. I mean, we have the Clockwork, so there are some concerns for the lifesteal in this game. It's not like a free ticket with the Rage, but they get the TA banned. Now they got to consider, what do we want to do with this Ember? Are we going to safe lane this Ember with a Coddle? Like, we definitely should be. So we're going to assume this is a mid hero left, like maybe a Kunkka or something nice and safe like that. Matchup, but also it's just like the Coddle Ember you just really want together because of like how busted that is. You want to abuse the hell out of it in the laning stage. There's also pretty cool combos with the Coddle and the Clockwork. So if they end up in like maybe not a permanent tri lane, but just in like the earlier parts, you might see a little bit of 3v3. Coddle and Clockwork actually some pretty good synergy because Clockwork is kind of hampered by a lot of his cooldowns, and Coddle can help with that. And his mana pool, I suppose, too. It is always nice to get a little bit more burst damage with the Legion Commander. That's like the one thing they're kind of lacking, which is why TA would have been nice. Because Emperor, you know, he just keeps on sliding through, but they go a little bit the other way with the big dog Dusa. Yeah. Oh, that's such an annoying combo.
You may now select your heroes.
Depending on the builds, I think like the Ember can actually get more active than his other 2 cores in a lot of ways here, right? Especially because he's enabled by the Keep of the Light, but I would like to see something a little bit more aggressive from Smiling Knight because he's got a Medusa, and Legion still needs that first big item, typically like either the item +1 into Blink Dagger, or just lately we've been seeing a lot of just like straight Blink Dagger. So that will be the toughest phase of the game for sure, as you were saying, because like Fly to Moon's lanes, like look at these heroes. You know, Eggswelled Lifestealer, Nightmare, and then the Brain Sap. Like this can be very scary when the Queen hits 6 and the Viper is just ready to start knocking on towers. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely their best lane. There's no doubt about that. I think the Medusa's going to be fine. I'm curious because it's always hard to judge because Viper just feels so different every time I see the hero since like the olden days, you know. But you know, it's a dire side Dusa. The camps are in a pretty good spot, especially that one that's like directly above up here is a really nice spot for Medusa where she can just kind of stack it and get ready for that. She's also gonna be looking for her Coddle to be helping out with that too, right? But there's also that issue of like they pick that Viper super fast, so I'm curious to see how dominant Iceberg thinks the matchup is. Maybe it is going to be pretty hard in his favor, and then they also have to watch for the Nether Toxin in these like mid and late game team fights, because the last thing you want is your super stacked Dusa stuck on top of Nether Toxin and not getting split shot off. She's not as scary when she's hitting one person, you know.
And so do I.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd really want to be playing a Medusa in this game. It doesn't really look like that much fun. Again, if you can get the stacks off and you get to become this big raid boss beast, then I can see how it goes well, but it just feels like that is a very difficult mountain to climb with how aggressive these Fly to Moon heroes are.
The battle begins.
Oh, nice blocks.
First blood.
Tell me someone saw it.
Yeah, but more harass, right? It's all damage in the end, and then the quick TP back top as if I was never gone. But you do see there's that nice aggressive ward there. Ward General and Aloha Dance, so if Eknar isn't too careful, might get caught out with some Inkswell plays later on. I don't think I've seen this lane together, actually, with the Grimstroke and the Queen of Pain, but there is some pretty cool stuff they can do, right? Like, if Eknar isn't careful again, he could just get, like, Inkswell and Blinked on. Smiling Knight takes a big shot from that Stroke of Fate. That was, like, through the whole wave. Yeah.
Is that your best?
Yeah, it is one of those things, though, like, yeah, Legion's really good with those slight advantages, as you're saying, like, just with the help of the Clockwork like that, like, she, and the earlier XP, she really wants to kind of push you to the limit, right? Like, using the Moment of Courage and using the overwhelming odds constantly, so. Top Gopher always want to fly, but this is definitely his specialty. He is, like, the laning support. Hopefully he hasn't overstepped his role there, but, you know, the guy's the only one picking on dying right now. This mid lane, though, Iceberg playing super aggressive here. Tanks quite a bit there, but now he's going for the 1v1. Tanks the tower shot twice, though. Ooh. A little bit painful. Yeah, there's another one coming, too. Yeah. Yeah, he's getting that nice aggressive positioning, just kind of saying, like, I own this lane. Yeah, you're going to have to be relying on the jungle there, my friend. Oh man, poison is so gross. Guys, go just queue up, you know, keep this on the side monitor, get your Viper game going. Just watch Iceberg, try and mimic. I'm sure you'll be fine. Keep pressing Q on them. I mean, just got a South delivered, now walking home, that's pretty painful. No. James, spot him? Combo was really sick. I thought it would be Eknar who would fall prey to that, but he's the one who's trying to get the pulls off and everything, and Smiling Knight just a little bit too far forward when the support's a bit busy there. I mean, what can you really do, though? Without Blinding Light, it's not like he can really help break up that Inkswell combo.
Is under attack.
James. Yeah, he got it, but I mean, it's a Viper and they have a ward on the rune, so he's not going to fall for that. He just found the bounty rune. They hadn't picked it up. All right, James just like, all right, guys, don't worry. It was still there. Raindrops. Team plan around the Medusa. We gotta figure that one out. Jeez, that first wave when he just got completely sent back has just destroyed it. He had like double range creeps going, so they were pushing the wave in, and that's when Iceberg just went to the other side. Was like, the lane's over, you know? Because now if I can plant over here and the wave's pushing through, at least she is getting those stacks off, but like, can you even kill this Viper with the heroes they have? I actually don't think they can. This happens a lot in Viper games where then you bring like 4 heroes mid, right? And sometimes you do it like 7 minutes and yeah, he's got no mangoes. But yeah, I don't see the big swarm coming mid to save this game, because that would be your big goal right now. I feel is to try and deal with that and at least slow him down a little bit. But there's again no heroes for it. So now Lightless is just forced the jungle. Once again, no one really helping for the stacking because they kind of just can't with how the side lanes are going. So a lot of pressure around that 10-minute mark to have a lot of stacks built up for this Dusa.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's true. I'm looking forward to seeing what Iceberg does. There's so many different Viper builds now that you can't really... I mean, that's one of the benefits is that you can see how the game is going. You don't even have to base it off of like the draft and the enemy heroes. You can just straight up be like, okay, how far ahead are we? Am I aura building? Am I going for this like MKB rush? This is pretty popular now too. And just straight up right clicking people. Do we need an Atos? Like, are we lacking some control? Yeah. Yeah, and General's getting close to 6, right? So he's going to start looking at his HP and just be thinking like, uh-oh, you know, how many creeps away is she? Is this the range creep that's going to do it? Am I about to die here? And always want flies on the hunt. Oh, look at this guy. This is the pub strats. He's just dropping sentries. Oh. Oh, he doesn't know how low she is. He just assumes she's at like, now he's like, oh my god. He just needs the right clicks.
It's under attack.
But it can't be helped.
That went from, I'm just leeching some XP to, oh my gosh, she's so low, guys.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tell me, Bane, have you ever been to Ashkevo?
I mean, that's always the safe assumption.
And it's off.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
It's so tough losing this mid tower this early when you're trying to rely on stacks like this. So.
Fit for a queen.
That's a costly rotation. Yeah. Well, Lifestealer is just farming the whole time. But again, like they kind of have to, right? And they know that they're forcing their hand by doing that because they have this Medusa. And I just want to fly way in the back line here. I mean, I know you're Bane, bud, but this might be a little bit much. Lightless kind of walked the wrong way for a second, though, and I think that saved him. So greedy. I think he was trying to find a Sonic Wave before that arcane rune ended. It's just like, yeah, come on, I get some value out of this. Yeah. I hope it was worth it. nice of him to use the tome first so that it would give him more XP. Make him level 6. Wow, I don't know. I'm just saying. No, I don't even know. Well, we have our friendly neutral items now being found out here. Looks like we got all 4 now finished up here from the side of Empire. Finished up with a keen optic for a Legion. You know, not bad. 75 on duel. You can take that. There's nothing better. Range drop for the Dusa. Oh, I know that the Ember one, the Coddle one, where that one creeps me out. Turning the horse into like the merry-go-round thing. I don't know how I feel about that. It just looks kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Bottom tower is under
I thought he had him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Consider me impressed that Always One Fly's only died twice. He has been in their face the entire time.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. No cares. Oh, James, though, he's on the backstab. He's not going for the face. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's got Flare in 8. And they also have a ward spotting him there, too.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Iceberg's on the long run up here. he's flying for the whole mid lane for this kill.
Dire's
And he's just gonna farm.
has fallen.
Not worth, he says. He's looking at the Hurricane Pike first. Gonna start with the Force Staff by the looks of it. Flying up against the Clockwork. Nice for someone to get it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Look how much dedication they need to this mid lane, too. 3 heroes just trying to hold. I think they're working on it now by just chipping away at the sides. They're gonna farm up those bigger items, and then they're just gonna like dump on mid with a smoke gank.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, look at me, they just brought top, and now they just stab mid, and that's it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
A little surprised it's only a 2k lead, I feel like. It seems like everything's just kind of going in Flying Moon's favor, but nice hook shot. Alright, that was the highest farmed hero of the game, dude. That was sick. Oh, phew. We needed that. That's, you know.
Regeneration.
Oh, he needs the Willow. Yeah. It kind of looks like she's about to puke for a second there. She's kind of heaving a little. And now, you know, she is pretty, sassy a lot of the time. That might be your problem. There's the X-Wall combo, though. Unfortunately, pretty speedy. We have a... Oh, yeah. It's smoke gang time, then. Maybe James wants to get another hook shot here for the squad.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's
I'm
bottom
gonna say we'll
tower
probably
is
end up
under
even on
attack.
the bounties. Yeah. Oh, actually, I have the. Oh no, we still have one down bottom. Okay.
Sleep.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No duel quite yet, though. Man, look at V-Tune.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Was well done.
He's heavy on the tips today, Iceberg.
Radiant's bottom tower.
James is coming through, but
Dire's top tower is under attack.
yeah, he's pretty scary, though. I mean, can they even kill him in time with like force staff and everything? I don't think this is a good scouting mission. They got a little too hot there. Like that Viper was still at like full HP, and you're coming down on a scouting mission for him, and he has a force staff. It's just, I think they were just feeling it a little too hard there. Yeah, I would agree. Throughout this game, it has looked like the vision's been better from Always Want to Fly. Just again, we talk about how he's always in their face. Now gets the D ward and the camp block. Wow, the value. They did see the sentry though. Yeah. We're gonna get a smoke up ready here too. It looks like.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, James is caught. No. Hanging on the back lines there.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, not
is
bad.
under
You'll take
attack.
that trade, I think, as Fly the Moon, especially if you can stay in their territory like this and put a little bit of pressure on the structures with V-Tune and Iceberg. Quite at the I do think there's some worry coming though, right? Like this butterfly, it's on its way. She has the full Manta. They need to keep this pressure up for sure. One problem they kind of have with the Flyers lineup too is the ability to roach really like easily and fast. And they have like decent heroes for it, but they don't have any like really high stacking minus armor or anything to try and help out. So it's not easy to just like take away that potential from Empire.
More.
Nice.
Worthy tribute.
The Soulbinds have been really good. Such a good ability in these team fights. I guess we haven't really talked that much about these combos, but like now with this mid game, if you can get Soulbind and always want to fly, just like brain sapping and beam scripting, that's pretty sick. So much double damage.
Structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and we've seen this Medusa like catching up in farm, but when these tier 2s drop, that is very hard to keep up with. And oh man, I think that's where you want to go.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
He threw his body in to save Smiling Knight, and I believe it worked. So at least they kept the Ember alive, but they've lost that tower, and now they're surrounding the mid tier 2 as well. I love this Queen of Pain build that everyone's going with. Just like the Greaves, like sometimes Necro first, but just the Guardian Greaves just feels so strong on this hero because the way she heads to play into team fights anyway, like you're gonna get some use out of this for sure. It's just like the only place you can get gold. It's the only win condition.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're gonna keep it up though. They're gonna say, "Come high ground, just come on." We know this is where the games are swinging these days. We're gonna be back up in 20. Maybe you'll get some damage onto one of our lanes, but we're gonna make you work for this one. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower
Once you're
is under
at
attack.
this point, though, it definitely feels like Roche is on the menu soon. They have the hook shot here if they're not cautious on this retreat, but James is not heading that direction. And there's no Will-O-Wisp here either. No. Yeah, they're just bringing every creep to her. Like, this is our Hail Mary play. We're gonna go for it. Oh, Essence Ring, nice. It's a quality Legion item, maybe.
Dire are scanning.
Somebody's gonna want it. Got a Clockwork too. That's pretty good. They're gonna scan into the pit. They know Roche is the next task that you go for in this situation is fly to moon, right? You're ahead. You're thinking about that final high ground push soon. You want to cement it with ease. Be nice if... Yeah, they should gain some space here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They do have the Ember for the creep cutting too. Might be something that Spine Knight want to start working with. Master's gonna grab the wave in the mid.
Dire's
Nice.
top tower
Some good
is
stuff.
fallen.
Never refuse gold given.
These MKB builds from the Vipers have been pretty gross. I was looking at a lot of Viper games yesterday, actually, just like checking out all the various builds, because I think that it's like why this hero is so cool that you can just kind of build anything on the mid lane right now. But when you look at the MKB and with the stacking magic resistance minus that you get on the poison attack, like MKB's already kind of broken on a lot of heroes that can buy it just early. Like we see like Wing Rangers just rushing it because the 75% chance to go through evasion, but also get the 100 bonus magical damage. So with a Viper, adding 100 bonus magical damage is sick on this hero. James able to survive it though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Illusion. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower.
They're smoking the supports on the back line too to try and hide in the flares. Always on fly got his pop, but Aloha Dance is still just lurking back there. I'm impressed that Lightless just like, I guess he has no choice, but I would have been more concerned with that tier 2 tower push, but Fly to Moon are not going back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh yeah.
Radiant
they just missed the scan. Oh, now they're pinging the ancient. Always on a fly's pinging it. Everyone needs to run the creep wave right now on Empire. It's probably nice just like running past V-Tune. Mastery's come down bottom to try and keep this push going. 40 more seconds.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
I mean, you can't buy back on Zusa. If you buy back on Zusa, it's like guaranteed loss. There's no way you're going to wipe them all, even with a buyback on her.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Yeah, I thought that that last fight where they kind of felt like they might get something up at the top outpost when they're all engaging up there with the Dusa right in the middle, with the Sleight of Fist going with the Deso, like they were so close getting that pick on General, and of course then he comes back in with a Sonic Wave right after. So it was such a close one. Oh, yeah. She's long gone.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, come on, Exert! What?
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
How are you gonna do this to us? He had the gold. He was at the shop. You're gonna GG? Oh. Aknart says, guys, I don't want this game. All right.
himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, there's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Arme comes in for the kill secure.
I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for like last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
I mean, yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Eric's did his best to keep Ana alive, but Ana wasn't able to do damage with the Rupture. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm his ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis rune. As Arme will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus not messing around Rupture.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well. Between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He's no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He's toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees. He's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGB. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, so he is a little bit.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Fakes. Right now, he just has the Ancient Blackjack, but you really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in the team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though. Jerax doesn't want to be following around his chant, giving him the agony. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those blink calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before the raid fight. Wait for the Age to expire.
Seb, he's in. Gets the call. The character's going to get FY. There with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel them. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood right silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
He has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back here. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen. As the mid-racks are exposed, PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of Brax. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. Will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto F5. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them knocks them back. But Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top racks. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
He's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already going, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
And look up close to Brew as at 25.
So close.
With that, time was cool down.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give an edge for that. This is like the LTD are goal, but no blood taken for 60 seconds. This would be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't they bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be out. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off of that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7, same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon discount Jeremy, so protected in all. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X-Blade Mail Call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled.
Ana, he's in the trees. They're on the high ground. They've got the vision with the Shiva's covered. Ana's on his way over. They've got the snowball down. There's the Catapult. Seb jumps in. He's able to find the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out. The Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB. He'll try and stand his ground, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As Jerax as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon Disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom row, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jerax. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting, is it enough to hold OG in the game?
You see No Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care, he's gonna throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base, to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will, as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jerex. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jerex is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
The Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this rack's on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to deward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check. Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get a set. Oh, he's in. The call, the MP, the cannonball, and FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. Get it up. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. Got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Thompson, the self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No Tail. No Tail pops the hand of God, but No Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off his Anna. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jerex coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jerex back in, the combo, reball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Pops the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jerex. Jerex is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova are so low? As the buyback for Jerex comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the charge, and they find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strike, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can! OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without 2 of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god. That buyback from Jerex onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with him with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's
Look at this.
really hard to kill.
Seb.
Yeah.
He's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus. He's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call, though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the doppelganger. There's a Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the head. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice gone for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion, though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost right. He's got Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back. Real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerex for the same amount of time. And that lead that PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment. With these last few fights, obviously the 25s now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refreshment.
That defeat
no way to get this.
That
to, that extra.
Radiant team ban.
It catches people out. They don't expect.
And of course, we actually have a silent guest with us here today. It's Mr. Robin Roll. You guys probably know him. He's helping out. He's leading the charge on this whole production here. So multi-talented organizations, look out. He can cast, he can produce, and I believe he's obsing too. What a hero.
10 seconds.
Please tweet at MottDota for any obsing complaints. That's MAUTDOTA, and he will take care of it for you.
Dire team ban.
That's what Mott's still around for that. It's good. He every once in a while he sends a message like, "Did you guys tell people to tweet at me again?" I just keep him involved. You know, I miss him. All right. Hmm.
10 seconds.
There's a good chance there's no shirt on.
Team ban.
That's all I'll say.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That's right.
Dire team
all kinds of
ban.
excitement still coming in that group over the next coming days. And we But anyway, back to happier times. In terms of our bans, I think Beastmaster, if we get him, are we just exactly the same? I believe we are. Oh, sorry, the Grimstroke's been replaced by the Shadow Demon. Or, well, vice versa, obviously. So, Shadow Demon and Beastmaster are the two chances here to be let through. I haven't seen a Beastmaster game in days, and he's here. Well, I missed all the games over the weekend, so I cast the first 4 days of this, and then I was away, and now I'm back. So I was going through the drafts, but thank you. Yeah, and I get a Queen of Pain game again. Oh goody. Sure.
10 seconds remaining.
But no Arcana, Toby.
5 seconds remaining.
Well, okay, but last game, that's all I'm saying, alright?
Radiant.
Shadow Demon. Mars.
That's nice, though. I like SD as a first pick overall, and obviously in a 2-3, it can be even better just for kind of guaranteed lane duo potential if they want to put it on like the 4. Some teams run it as a 3, but we have a Mars, so that's not going to be a concern here. But probably still going to be a 5 in the end. Just means that there is some kind of free lockdown onto a Queen of Pain, right? If she gets disrupted, she will die if she's trying to farm on those side lanes in the earlier part of the match. Unless they want to pick a save here, of course. Single, like Mars, despite having a giant arena, he is kind of single target because he's like pointing at one person, right? So we have seen Oracle picked up quite a bit versus him. Yeah.
Radiant.
There is, just because like the constant purges on the heals. So it's like if you want to do like some combo for like the big save, then it's not that great. But if for like someone like a Queen of Pain, the idea is that you false promise that she's probably going to get away from the SD right after anyway. Like if they commit a purge after, you're like, okay, sick. But yeah.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And then they get the ban before the next stuff for Flymoon. Flymoon probably looking for their other support. The Rubik's already banned. That would definitely be the go-to versus Queen and Bane. A lot of teams heading towards the Earthshaker. For both teams, actually, yeah. I mean, theoretically. Yeah, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more of her. I definitely like the Viper ban because that guy is nasty at the moment.
Dire team pick.
It also just it removes options for your Queen of Pain too, right? Like when there's a mid Viper, you don't really want to send the Queen there. So then this theoretical flexibility that you have later in the draft is just lost.
Radiant
Spectre has really come along as being one of those better positioned ones too, just because like the teams, if you're finding a lot of chain stun on the enemy team, you can just take Spectre. If they don't have the break, like that could also be a tip off too with the Viper ban as to why they banned it, because they were worried that Empire might go that way. But yeah, the always want to fly Jakiro again. This guy, he's stuck on the old heroes. You know, not many teams pick Jakiro these days, but I think I saw Suneko playing it a few weeks ago. And always want to fly too. Of just, it's cool to get some additional tower pressure and like dual lane harass out of your 5 like this. Yep. Sunstrike would be the true old school. Yeah. that was the real go-to play. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Dire team pick.
Mereska has arrived.
To the Lone Druid or the Brewmaster. Yeah, the Hawks. Yeah. Or a Bane. You just run around smoked. That was a classic. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, one of the things I love about Dota, though, is that we still see those combos brought out every once in a while. Like, when you see a Brewmaster or a Beastmaster, you still gotta kind of think, depending on the matchups, like, is this a good Tinker game? Like, it could be done, you know? But they picked the Willow into Jakiro and Mars, which is a little bit tough for Willow players sometimes because they really like to abuse the Shadow Realm, and you already have 2 disables that can actually catch her in it. So there's no free TP with the Shadow Realm here. Really relying on basically having Terrorize versus the arena. Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Slog.
Yeah, it's not the easiest control for a Slark, that's for sure. And James has played a really good Dark Willow too. I've seen his Clockwork and his Dark Willow perform really well already in this tournament, so I look forward to that again.
Remaining.
But we talked a lot about last game. How last game always want to fly was dominating on the vision, right? Like they felt like they had the ward advantage the entire game, and now they also have Slark.
Dire team ban.
Beastmaster.
So we're gonna move that Queen of Pain out to the old mid lane. Yeah, but with the Viper banned, I mean, it's nothing can like dumpster Queen of Pain to irrelevancy. Even the Viper, I don't think can necessarily put her that bad in the hole. It's not a good matchup, but you know she's still Queen of Pain.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah. I mean, the other big position 1 matchup versus the Slark used to always be the Faceless Void, right? But I mean, the damage into the Chrono isn't terrible here from Empire, but it's also, you know, Faceless Void, he's very hit or miss, it feels like. Like, some teams are still picking him quite a bit, and then, like, I mean, Empire have played it lately. They might. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't know. Looks like maybe they haven't played him in a hot minute here. Let's see. No, not a lot of Void games for the boys. At least not the past. Oh, that's right. They're also the Hope roster, so we don't even know. But they'll ban the other best mid to blindly pick. I think Kunkka definitely fits the bill there. No one making Kunkka sad in the mid lane, including a Queen of Pain. So they also don't want to have to worry about their summons being crushed. Speaking of which, where's Lycan today? What the heck? Where'd he go?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
There is Oh, this is tempting though. But Shadow Demon, Mars, and Slark, like Alish, the Arena, and the Perch. If there was ever a bad Lycan game, this is probably it. But it is also Lycan.
Dire team pick.
I'll go for the safer hero. They could Puck. Puck would actually be a cool pick here. The only problem is that they have a lot of control and maybe lacking the damage, but like the root and the leech rather is really good versus PL. It's like decent versus Queen of Pain in terms of a matchup. But they go for the Ava. So is this mid Slark? No, V2's taking it. Are they gonna try like the CIS mid Mars? I mean, I've seen Dendi play that a lot, but I didn't know if he played that into something like a Queen of Pain. I thought that was mostly like oh, we know they have a melee mid. I don't know. I don't think the Aphotic is that bad in terms of timing, but I just wonder what your game plan is going to look like with a mid Abba will be my main question. I mean, he can do it. All right, let's go. So what do you do with a mid Ava? You kind of have an aggressive lineup with like Jakiro and Maris, right? I guess you just build auras and go.
5 seconds remaining.
This is a pretty nice pick. I mean, with the damage, ferrying out regen, he might end up like paying for XP kind of by like constantly getting his courier out with regen and everything to help himself like sustain the Aphotic, because the cooldown's not bad, but it's expensive. It's like 100 and some mana every single time. And versus an int hero, you know, trading mana is not going to go that well for you as a strength hero like him. What's the dagger cost? Dagger is 110 as well. But yeah, again, int hero. So yeah, very much looking forward to this. If I was on Empire, I would be trying to snipe his courier so hard as Dark Willow, because that would ruin that mid lane for Iceberg. Yeah, Slark and Jakiro. I think that's the last matchup I saw was I might have been the same two heroes where they had the Jakiro, but it was all about the constant dual breaths from Always Wanna Fly.
Oh, don't mind me. Just a wee fairy going about her business.
Yeah, for sure. You would need it on the earlier end. Ideally, you look for when the wave's pushing in, and then you can like just try and sneak your way over the Dark Willow. Maybe even a smoke would be worth it. And they're gonna tip him. Be like, all right, Iceberg, we see you.
Prepare for battle.
Oh yeah, no, it was actually it was Always On Fly was playing the Jakiro. They had a PL on their team, and it was versus the Beastmaster and the Witch Doctor. That's the matchup they played earlier in this tournament, and Always On Fly crushed it. Like, he absolutely destroyed. For now, he's gonna help secure this bottom rune before making the rotation. But I was surprised at like how effective the Jakiro was, though. Just by like constantly hitting two heroes with a dual breath, the damage adds up very fast. Because we all know it's a good level 1 value spell, but the fact that you can target two heroes is obviously pretty sick, especially with Beastmaster summons involved too.
30 seconds to battle.
think a lot. I mean, obviously it depends on the level, but early on it's going to be quite a few.
The battle begins.
Got to watch those towers, you know. Yeah, you never know. They will get 3 for 1 on the bounties though, with Eknart actually just running right past. Iceberg can't give up the block, so yeah, he can't really do anything to the Abba, or sorry, to the Bane, and she's on down. He does starting. And we see that same ward again, this time from Empire, putting on the pressure. They just tanked so much considering they only had like 2 dire creeps. Like it was ready to kind of push back a little bit. That was a very costly engagement for them versus Empire. Well, meanwhile in the mid lane though, I mean, you're starting with a Quelling Blade, melee hero versus just level 1 Scream from Lightless even. So he's not even thinking about that dagger. He's not going to try and contest him. So I get the counter has worked then. Is it really that good? I mean, I'm sure Lightless has probably played this. Like, someone's probably tried this before. But I'm kind of surprised considering he can only do 3 aphotic shields. And you have double the mana pool. Yeah, and that's probably the main thing, is that you probably just lose out too much in terms of the trading early on that you don't want to give the edge over. So you're just trading instead via the Scream. And it's nice that he can space too, eh? So he screams the shield, then he backs away for the burst. Wow, everyone's dropping real low right now. Oh, we got him with the 4th! Oh, it's not enough. Aloha Dance was trying to snipe that ball with the poisons, but he needed the 5th. Okay, Toby, do you know the story behind the cheese? Why does Bane have cheese? As always want to fly is denying the neutrals. Yeah. Oh, wait. Production. Rob and Roll of the production is talking about how I believe it's a European thing, right? Where they believe that the cheese causes nightmares. I actually saw that written and I forgot. But yeah, apparently that's like folklore that cheese can cause nightmares if you eat it at night.
Never had a chance.
Tell me, what kind of pickles are we talking here? I need some recipes, dude. What? Cheese, toast, and pickles? Wow. And we're grilling it, man. This is why I don't come for the Dota. All right, now you're just getting crazy. Now I feel like you're messing with me. Wow. No wonder they took you guys out of Europe. Jeez, you were putting pickle on toast and cheese. What happened? Iceberg, he wants that rune. Oh, he got it. Dude, he's dead.
First blood.
He couldn't. He had a haste rune. He had no choice.
Dire structures are fortified.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You're not fit to fight in my war.
Radiant's bottom tower.
What? Okay. That you do not often see a double kill in a lane of 2 1v1s. That was very strange, especially when it's a Bane. Yeah. Well, now I just wish he had cheese and a pickle. I think we should try and get a secondary style on this thing. Well, I think it's the rest of the cheese that Roche has. Because if you look the part that's cut out for Roche, right? There, now we're feeling... Yeah, I don't know what's up with the other one being like a third. I'm sure there's some math happening.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. That's Bane's cheese. That's the cheese. And this is Roche's cheese. Pay attention, Toby. People are dying. Stop distracting us with your pickles and cheese. Keep saying this word like I know what a Branston pickle is, Toby. I don't know. I don't know what the mite is and all the other Australian things. Listen, we just have Fosters, Toby, okay? That's the most Australian thing we have. I'm sorry. Really? I always thought it was Australia. Those big giant cans? Oh. Wow, my whole life's been a lie. Congratulations on that not being Australian, because my God, it's terrible. Well, they got you good. I'll tell you what, the rest of the Commonwealth really thought you guys were into it. So, my apologies. I think there is a Dota game, apparently. This is a level 7 Abba now, with an Invis rune as well in the mid. He's currently got his Bracer. He's looking in towards some phase boots, and with a maxed out shield, he's good.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And without end.
He needed that. Yeah, and this should be, like, we talk about what's the mid Abba gonna do. Not as easy to make those kind of rotations, but he also is about 30% higher in terms of the net worth. Well, actually 50% higher in terms of the net worth. It's pretty rough right now. For Lightless. So if that 5-man group up comes, or even just like 4 heroes minus the Slark while V-Tune's farming, they are gonna have a hard time dealing with Iceberg still.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
That's I mean, it is a PL game. There's definitely some value there. It kind of depends on how much territory they feel like they need to conquer on the map, I think, to try and limit what the PL can do. Because you can say, like, okay, I'm going to go for like a Radiance-based build, and then I can fight the PL when he's farmed, or you can say, like, okay, guys, let's group up and take all their towers so this PL gets less. And, of course, that's the beauty of Dota, is trying to find that balance as to what's best for this specific game. Oh, V-Tune. Alright, V2 just made a sick play if he gets this kill. He baited him in so hard knowing that he was about to level up to 6. Mastery just got. That was nice. Oh, and he tips him. Yeah, get him, V2. Lightless just gonna try and get something else done on this map again. Has the max out screen, has Sonic Wave in 10 seconds, so good timing on this rotation. Would love it if it was someone besides a Shadow Demon, but to his dismay, the weak Mars is running this way, and he's rotated down here. Now he's gonna go top.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, he is hungry for this Slark kill. Oh, so many little moments there. They were kind of hoping that the Slark would commit on the Mastery up the Ice Path so they could try and turn that around with the Sonic Wave, but instead they get the chase down, but then it's baited into the tower, so you get the 2-hero rotation, but then they can't catch Lightless. Everything just so close by a hair here. It's Iceberg. He's going to find a 5-minute bounty route. Oh, look. Iceberg, look. It's already there. Oh, missed it.
Scanning.
They are scared right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's kind of like a jug where it's like, oh, it's a good jug game. I can like spin TP. I think Willow players look for the same way. They're like, oh, it's a sick Willow game. Like they can't stop it by just Shadow Realm. And I mean, they knew when they made the pick, so they're relying on other factors. But it definitely makes the hero a little bit worse at this stage of the game, especially. No, man, that was a moment that would have been very tempting to rotate, I feel like, for Smiling Knight, even without a defusal. Like, that was such a messy fight, but he just wants to keep this area all to himself. Like, if he goes up top, they don't actually have the push to finish the tower like that at this point in the game, so he's not going to be able to, like, stay in that area. So he's gonna try and keep the Spiral up as Iceberg does indeed look towards that Radiance. It's the, like, deal with me build, right? Like, you could see how they were kind of ignoring him a lot in those previous engagements. It's kind of like burning his mana, but
Radiant's top tower
another little pick off there up top from Mastery, but they at least have to do something about Iceberg if he's going to have that big burn going.
Under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, I'm surprised they gave that tower. It was like 100% HP, but they wanted the play after, I guess, with the smoke in the arena.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, at least with that juke though, he forced the arena, right? Like if they just hit that pounce, then they keep arena and they can just smoke in right after. And then give it an 80-second window where Smiling Knight can continue to feel a little bit safer as Iceberg feels quite safe just punching the tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just let the cheese fly.
Dire's bottom tower is
like
under
you just
attack.
don't care, Eknar. And instant smoke. They want to chuck the Sonic Wave down on somebody.
Is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, Abba is going to do Abba things and just TP and actually doesn't have ulti right now, but by the time they can whittle him down, he should be back. Again, another game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, they have a lot of things where you can just kind of throw it on him and even just force the early aphotic. They definitely don't have Dagger, though. Lightless. Still just like, worthless. There's a Slark and an Ab. What the hell am I going to do with Dagger this game? I'll begrudgingly take it next level. ready to scream at him if he got his TV kits by running right into him like that. But he wasn't able to get out, and he stays on the map too. He didn't like panic and go home or anything. He is right in there, still farming in the jungle. But that was a very important moment for Fly to Moon to try and get back out there, like that immediate action right after the defusal wave. Big saves on both parts. A nice blink and then self-preservation there on the TPs.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of a game here. And we're about to hit up those tier 2 items here as well. What do we... I actually don't know. I'm sure Slacks has something. Ooh, who got the net? Radiant did. Oh, courier?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah. Oh, where? Oh, that's like the best. Yeah, it actually doesn't show. Oh, Mastery saw it. He must have been passing it off, yeah. I don't know. Could have been also you don't want the courier to have to go all the way back to base too. Maybe it was there. I was actually clicking around trying to find it earlier, so I'm not sure. But we're actually close to the relic. So all these defenses from Fly to Moon and that first aggression from V-Tune really helping. Talk about making time for the Slark. Now V-Tune's swapping over to make a little bit of space for the Abba. Oh, Mastery. This is the guy they need. Man, Mastery playing defense. Nice.
Dire's top tower is under
That also
attack.
rhymes.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the plight of the Willow this one.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think Aloha dances out. Yeah, he's good. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, they got the buddy system here, I guess. Although Mastery is returning with a vengeance here and wants to take back control of this problem. You know, he's a Beastmaster. Right? If you're a Radiant Beastmaster, this is your home. You own this domain. With your Hawks and your summons, you just want to keep pushing into these waves and trying to deny farm from the enemy team. Fortunately, as the Dire, though, you do have both Ancient Camps. But yeah, you don't get Roche. That is the cost.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Giants are scattered. Your song has fallen into the radiant.
good call to go for the proc on the borrowed time. Just activate it so that you don't have to wait. Because they would have just left you there to come back with a grip or something else and eventually force you to burn through enough that you're still going to die. So they'll only lose one, but obviously they lost the Aegis too. So some heavy costs here. Decide to fly to moon. What is the next big peak? I guess it's obviously the Radiance. Do we have anything else really? We have the blink on general, so they can go for a pretty aggressive maneuver once this Radiance is done. That is nice. Just with the way he's being controlled. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I love this timing from the PL though, where you have like Hood, Diffusal, and then you're starting to get into the Manta. You just feel so strong in these team fights, especially when they're a little like discombobulated, like kind of chaotic team fights where they're not necessarily landing that big chain stun onto you when you know that you're gonna be that big target. Like they got the arena onto the Bane. That's a win if you're Eknern. You're like, okay, I got Spirit in the arena. Sick. You know, I'm very okay with that. The only problem is that obviously if you don't spear the Bane, then he's just gonna like Nightmare or Fiend's Grip you, so you're kind of forced to target these saving heroes.
Under attack.
Oh man, I was just following Spelling Knight that whole fight, and it's like, sure, the Radiance is done, but when you start looking at like the other AoE damage and targeting down a PL, it's just not that easy. I mean, they're trying to chuck Shadow Poisons at it, they're throwing like dual breaths, but if he's not standing in Macro Pyre or something, these illusions are just not going down that fast. And really, Abba's the best, and look at this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Do not speak of such devilry around here.
Haste.
Oh, that was...
Of them all.
Is not a lot of armor right now versus this PL. Jeez, I did not think he would die that fast on that no Jakiro. You think this guy is like one of the tankier supports, but always on the fly is very determined to not buy items when he plays. It feels like it's like I'll get my bracer and then I'm good. I just want to buy wards. I guess now at least maybe they'll feel more confident committing on him now that they know that it'll be the final kill and he's not just going to respawn and make things worse. So we'll hope that with the Basher that they can start looking a little more formidable in these engagements. But if you are on the side of Empire right now, you're just thinking about that next Aegis, clearing out these tier 2s. I mean, I'm sure you could probably just take top and mid even without it. It feels like at this point how strong they are, and his BKB on Lightless is just going to do so much in these team fights as it already has.
Radiant are scanning.
Saved to keep Mastery up there, and then he just had to stop moving. He ran into the walls once, almost died. It was like, okay, hold. Please try to keep myself alive. Oh, here we go. He's bashed. They were so close seeing that final bit of damage onto him, but it's very interesting watching how this counter attempt of the ABBA is working versus the PL, because if the fight could just start instantly, it would be way more impactful with this Radiance on the ABBA. What's happening is that there's an engagement that's started off by Iceberg just being chased to the back line of constant mana burn. So every fight Iceberg's starting either like that one where he's just straight up dead, doesn't even has to waste his ulti, or he's at 30% HP and mana by the time he actually starts engaging Empire. And you're not getting a lot of value out of this big mid lane core right now. Still, if the mana burn is gone from the PL, sure, there's Beast kind of annoying too, but they have to get that initial lockdown with Smiling Knight. That's the only way to win these fights. Yeah. Bye. But of course, you never know if it's just a Hawk too, so it can be very frustrating to try and triangulate versus a Beastmaster. Now again, he does ping the high ground there. Actually, that was Willow. Nice smoke from James. Instantly popped by the Slark.
Worthy tribute.
Oh no, Aloha Dance. Well, they have the blink on Aloha Dance, but I just had no.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
No, I mean, yes and no. I mean, the point would be they don't have Aegis. Because by the time they come high ground, they will have Aegis, right? You know that for a fact. So, now the issue is you don't want to fight this tree line, though, when you're versus Beastmaster. Because you know they're going to have the good vision. So you need that high ground ward if you want to contest it.
Has fallen.
Yeah, and with with the Abyssal, that's going to open the slot, and then they can just put the Aegis on the PL. Cheese on Lightless with his BKB, very likely. Well, they're going to try and... They have to. Yeah, this fight's better than the fight high ground with Aegis and Cheese, right? Oh, nice. No one's playing. Oh yeah, that's right. That is nice. Oh yeah, and then blocking the net worth. You win some, you lose some, you know? Alright. Well, alright, so it's a 12k lead. Can they actually win this fight? I guess it is completely dependent on what happens to Smiling Knight. Doesn't have the buyback. I mean, it's going straight Abyssal, so it wouldn't want a buyback anyway, but that is something. And they do have Soul Catcher, which we can't necessarily discount, right? Instantly losing 35% of your HP can catch anyone off guard. But do they have the AoE to combo with it is the problem. But then the other problem, of course, is that we're not even talking about the fact that there's the Bane with the save, and then the Willow with the potential Terrorize save. So it's just going to be tough. And, oh, we're going.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Shadow Poison Burnout will actually kill James, so they got something back, but obviously not getting the main objective that they needed. The actual contest. Yeah.
Your son has fallen to the radiant.
That's a pretty cool interaction. Yeah, that is, yeah.
Of course.
It would appear Mastery's done, because he just bought back and was like, we're ending. Let's go. I love how Lightless is playing this too. Just like the thick-in Shiva's Guard, BKB, just I'm in your face now. Nice. kind of cool how it worked in the mid lane. Like he came out in terms of like a net worth victory, but then when you go from that like early to mid game impact, it was all Queen of Pain. Like that was, it didn't really have that impact that you want in terms of like shutting down the Queen of Pain. Layla's was just like, okay, I'm not building dagger.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Radiant team ban.
All day, all the time, baby. Yeah, announce a Dota hero for Smash, and I'll be more interested in your announcements. I want Jug, dude. That's what I need. Look, Dota players don't play other games. They don't even, you know, it's just one of those things. I feel like it's a rarity when I meet other Dota players that like to play other games too. You know, Dota just takes so much time and commitment that it's like, as people said, why would I play any game other than Dota? And sometimes I can feel that, you know? You get like an amazing game, but then but then sometimes you have a game like last game for maybe Flat Moon, and you're like, oh, maybe I will go play another game. I'm gonna try something else. That wasn't very fun. I don't like playing against Phantom Lancer. Yeah. What do you have thoughts on the old Death Prophet here, Toby? Is she gonna get banned out? Is the Ember gonna get banned again? Because something's getting mixed up here. Because we've now lost the Beastmaster and the Grimstroke compared to game 1.
Radiant team Queen of Pain.
So that's I just started clicking there because I was like, oh, great question. I actually don't know. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Not bad. I guess that's
Radiant remaining.
She has looked really good. And look, Fly to Moon, they see the numbers. They're all in. That sounds like your classic, like, #1 pick hero. You know, their win rates are never like that crazy, but everyone has just kind of agreed that like this is a safe hero to open with, you know.
Spirit.
But man, so I would assume yeah, a lot of maybe more on like the European teams compared to the CIS teams. It feels like Shaker is way more common among that group, whereas he kind of gets ignored here. His problem, of course, is just the laning stage. It can be hard to make him work in that regard, where you're trying to make sure that your offlaner doesn't get completely sacked. Like you need certain combinations to make it good. But we will finally get an Oracle here. Kind of, we mentioned him a few times throughout these drafts, but is the Coddle ban worth it, I guess is the question. I feel like it is, if you're Empire. The only downside is you have a 4 Coddle, but at the same time it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just not worth it.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep. Yeah, I guess the question is, like, the Viper's still in, right? So that might be a more valuable hero to get rid of because you don't want to see that in the end again for Iceberg. Yeah, I think I would ban the Viper, actually. Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
But they actually do it. All right. So we'll see if that comes back to bite them.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah. I don't know. They won't have to worry about it for a little while, but yeah, once again, we will lose that Spectre. I think just like last game of that second phase. So we need ourselves a position for
10
Aloha
seconds
dance.
remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Be nice to get something else to catch this queen, but position 4 heroes with good reach aren't necessarily that popular. They could try like flexing the Mirana here. They could pick that and then pick their offlaner after, and then they could decide if they want to 4 Mirana with the Bane, or they can go mid Mirana based on the 9th pick from Empire and go back for a different 4 at the end. I wouldn't mind that. If I'm... Yeah. If I'm Fly to Moon, I'm also thinking a lot about Batrider right now, because he hasn't been mentioned this series. I mean, maybe they just haven't been thinking about him that much. He got banned like first game, I think, and yeah, then he's been ignored. But once someone picks up Oracle...
Dire team pick.
Yeah. But now you think, like, are they covering for the bat, right? Like, because they could... Since they have the 9th pick anyway, they don't necessarily... know what's going to be mid, so they could go for their position 4 here. The next pick they could go for the Batrider, and then they can ban out that Viper to again open up the mid lane for the Queen of Pain, and then pick their 1 last.
10 seconds.
But either way, Fly to Moon, they're going to go again. These they kind of pick 2 5s. It feels like, right? Like they pick Bane, Grimstroke, and then Shadow Demon and Jakiro. They're not really going for this greedier 4. Like, sure, one of these heroes can be more impactful with gold. Much like the Grimstroke's a pretty good example of someone who can be a 5, but also functions really well in the 4 because of how important cast range and additional items are on the hero. But he's not like this, like, I need X item melee position 4 hero.
Radiant team pick.
Mareska has arrived.
And we'll go for the Willow.
Dire team pick.
What's away?
So yeah, nah. Tough call though. Do you go Mars or do you try the Batrider? I feel like the Batrider looks pretty good here.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like laning with the Willow, like Batrider can open up rotations for the Willow too. Then you ban the Viper after. I'm also kind of okay with the Mars, just because it is such a good pairing with the Dark Willow. Like they function really well in the lane together. And then they still have that option after, as you said, about like the potential Bloodseeker if they want to play like really fast. The only problem then is they might want an offlaner that offers a little bit more in terms of like tower objective taking and whatnot. And they're going for the 1 first. Yeah. Whenever I see a team pick Troll, it just makes me think like they really just want stable lanes. They don't want to lose the game in the first like 15 minutes, you know? And Oracle's not the strongest position 5 in the laning stage. Like I wouldn't say it's a laning focused support, so it always helps to have someone like the Troll who's more of like a laning focused core, kind of like that Life Stealer we saw earlier, or the Juggernaut, who don't necessarily need that much help. Yeah, so our Viper's still around. Again, I do think that's what Empire is going to ban. And then our Kunkka's there too, who's a pretty good mid hero still, but in combination with the Ember and the Pango, then they're kind of into that same area of like there's just no tower pressure. And you don't want to wind up in this situation where you're unable to keep like clearing out objectives when you've just kind of heavily stacked on control compared to damage. It's true. Then it doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Seconds remaining.
Centaur is still like Centaur is a pretty good like tower hitter as well as good combination with the Dark Willow. It's not that common. Yeah. We've seen a lot of the Axe and the Willow together too. Just again, it's more so about like the actual laning stage. As you say, like there's still gonna be problems throughout the game, but this is a bit of time. What have they gone for lately? Kind of a little bit of Prophet. I mean, Prophet said they've tried the Centaur a little bit. They've had some success. They had Batrider in a very similar draft like this before. They banned the PL. All right, they're picking Bat, right? Banning PL. I'm a little surprised they didn't ban the Viper. I feel like the safe lane Ember is not that unlikely. I mean, it made sense before the troll, I think. It was definitely still feasible. But yeah, so Bat finally makes his appearance. Always nice to get him this late in the draft. And they'll now grab the other position one that can lane versus it in the Slark. So he banned PL. You're gonna get Slark or maybe like a Jug or a Lifestealer or something, but this is definitely one of the big ones. It could be tough with the Willow though, depending on like if they can force out bad Dark Pacts. It's not completely free either, especially if Aloha Dance isn't around, right? Like if it's gonna be always want to fly. Jakiro is pretty susceptible, despite being really tanky. That doesn't matter versus Batrider, because Batrider is just gonna walk you down and he will burn you, and you can't really fight back. So VTune and Always Want to Fly are gonna have to be very in sync. Like if one of you gets caught separate, they might still just die, despite having these survivable options of like, oh, I'm tanky, or oh, I have a Dispel. You know, Willow's a very good hero for kind of snaking around and making sure you can't get that free pounce escape, for example. Across like the whole spectrum of each draft, I think Flight of Moon have pretty good reach between like the Ember and the Slark, whereas they can really chase you down. Like if they get a pick off, they're gonna have the vision game control, at least they should with the Slark. And then you have this like constant chase of Pango, Ember, Slark, three like pretty mobile cores that can annoy you, but they're all really bad at hitting towers. That's like the notorious problem, pretty much all three of those guys. So they need to, if they're going to get a lead, they need to make sure they have like a pretty overwhelming lead before they really want to commit too hard for objectives. Because there is like decent catch on the side of Empire as well. Like if you're trying to be a sieging team, you're going to have to worry about that potential lasso or even just a terrorize into brambles, creating a bad situation for you here. So this could end up being one of those games that maybe drags out a little bit even with a high kill count.
Prepare for battle.
Okay. Well, we'll see though. You never know these days.
我是一个没有感情的刷钱机器。
Yeah. We're gonna have so many laning shenanigans here too, because they want the Bat versus the Ember, right? So they're gonna try and get the Bat versus the Ember in the mid lane. They're gonna try and get the Slark versus the Bat in the mid lane, and they already have a ward down. But General has spotted Lightless, and now he's like, okay, well he's got the mid lane, so they're definitely thinking about it. Oh, jeez, are we gonna get the double juggling happening again? Please, please no. Nice D ward. Yeah, they scattered with the trees. I've actually seen teams like stop putting the wards so they can even get within range of that tower thing now, because it's just everyone's so good at doing it, right?
The battle.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna help. Pango has laning problems too, so. All right, well, this is good for Flight of Moon then. They've got the matchups they want. The only downside is that they are going to have Eknar into the Ember. So Iceberg's going to have to deal... Because, like, yeah, he got away from the Bat Rider, but he's still going to have to deal with the Fortune's End, right? So he can't necessarily rely on that Flame Guard to help him out. And that means that the dagger spam is going to be very obnoxious from the Queen. So this is a pretty cool combo coming down here from Empire. I don't think he has the sustained... Like, he's going to be sliding and everything, but it's not like he can... necessarily go for kills by just overwhelming with the slight and the roots, right? Because they are... Yeah, probably with the help of that vision too, right? As you pointed out before. Yeah, both their dual lanes have a pretty good threat overall. And the only downside, of course, is they do have a Bat Rider versus a Spark in the mid, so could potentially be a problem. Don't
grass.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't feed, then life's good. It's not often we get to see the mid Slark these days, because you know it's very hard to get the matchup versus the Bat and actually force it like they've gotten here, so that they have that going for them. But the mid Slark obviously going to come online quite a bit faster than the safe lane counterpart, so we'll see how well V-Team's able to transition, like with the what's the timing of the defusal going to be. And actually not the easiest heroes to catch necessarily with just defusal, but it's still some heroes that he can like kind of freely prey on, maybe hunt Smiling Knight. Yeah, I think Diffusal's just too good. I would guess kind of similar to the last game. It looks like a pretty good option, like the Diffusal into like the S and Y, and just keep brawling. But it comes down to what he also expects out of Iceberg this game too. Because another one of these heroes that can just itemize for the game itself. I always thought Fly's doing a nice job of harassing back Master. You're talking about all the spam point from the Queen of Pain, but he is getting them with the dual breaths, and he's itemizing, or rather skilling for the liquid fire early too. Just keeping that spam up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
At least we know this is what Always Wanna Fly wants to do, because this is all he ever does, is just spend his money to... he's basically transferring his net worth onto Iceberg by doing this, though, right? Because he's keeping them so far back right now, giving a lot more space to Iceberg than I would have expected him to get on this Ember. I don't think he was trying to hit Iceberg. Yeah, he was definitely trying to steal that creep. Whoopsie. I want to die. Well, thanks for the free heal, says Iceberg. Very much appreciated.
Haste.
He gets a sweet block because of it. There you go. Way back there. Whoopsie. Down.
Narrows your possibilities.
I'm not sure if that was that a play? Was he going for something there? I don't think so. Yeah, somehow.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
Wee bit unfortunate. Yeah, they have not been able to keep up the pressure of the dagger. Here, now they can get him again. He's not going to be able to dodge it. Eventually, it will get you. Lightless, big stack being done here in the mid. But still going to be the Slark who's going to end up... Actually, in terms of net worth, it's not too bad.
Dyer's
He's going to get the XP edge now, even though some of them stolen by Hello Dance.
has been
I
killed.
don't think he's got him, though, yeah. That was a bit ambitious.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Regeneration.
Oh, nice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, really greedy holding that brace up. He's like, I don't need it. It's going to be fine. I thought they were trying to get Iceberg up there in time, but his Slight was still cooling down for quite a while. It's only 1 point in the Flame Guard,
Middle tower is
so
under attack.
can't go too crazy here, but there's also only level 1 on the Scream, so... Oh, we got the Brooch. Don't worry, he's Ember. He's not level 6, unfortunately. Where's my support? He's probably just like, yo, always want to fight. What are you doing? Why are you not TP back to my lane with my bottle fill? That's the real question. Yeah, I'm really surprised he didn't just wait for the Jakiro. That seems like...
I didn't realize we had started. Oh, that's nice. Denied.
A little bit there coming back in as well, but... Bit too dangerous when your Willow's only level 4. It'd be hard to finish that one off. Yeah, it's interesting how the Pango goes from being like a first phase ban or like really early focused in some team lineups, and other regions it almost feels like it's kind of ignored. And I think the like Troll's just such a strong laner that he's always going to be doing well versus like these weaker off laners. But Pango's one of these heroes that really seems to give a lot. You know, it's kind of like Darkseer where you do get like some pretty cool stuff out of the hero, but you're kind of sacrificing any sort of punish onto the enemy position 1. And I don't think that feels very good in such a snowball-y meta right now. Yeah. It just does so much for you too, knowing like where, for example, versus Batrider. This is an excellent ward versus Batrider because you want to know which side he's farming in, right? And like where is he clearing his stacks right now? Where are we clear to rotate through if we want to go to a gank on one of the side lanes? Yeah, they will catch mastery. He's still level 5 here. No real turnaround potential.
Radiant's middle tower
She's 6.
is under attack. Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
Did she must have just gotten the tome and TP'd out, or no, she didn't TP out. Did she not even use the tome yet? Wow,
Top
damn.
tower is under attack.
That is crazy. James is really high level. The AA. Yeah. Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Three 0-0 already.
Sort of counts.
Yeah, yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, always want flies. I had to hit him with that slow or he might have just straight up died. He might still be dead.
Radiant's top tower is under
Dead?
attack.
That Macropire tick after.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is that getting two? That is like a game-breaking minute of play right there. That all just feels so terrible. I mean, you lose the queen down bottom and then 3 heroes in the mid lane too. And that's going to be your mid tower as well. Hey man, that ward, you know, it gave them everything in there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, did I get you?
Oh, here it comes. Oh, damn, I really wanted it. I'm not going to lie. Oh, that's Sonic Wave. If only.
Obliged.
Radiant's middle tower. is
That
under
was
attack.
the kind of fight where you feel like maybe you can do it without your ulties, but there were so many good moments there if you just only had the Sonic Wave back where it was like 20 seconds away that maybe they needed to wait before committing for such a heavy engagement. Then again, they probably thought that Fly to Moon wouldn't bring everyone back down like that.
Illusion.
Dire are scattered.
These games where these Embers are just getting first phase and there's still no like actual catch, you know what I mean? Like just point click stun is very hard to deal with. It's like, you know, we knew it was coming. You knew it was going to be an Ember Spirit, and he can still just walk next to 4 or 5 heroes and still escape.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, that was close. They need to kill an iceberg.
You have learned well.
Alright, we found a way to kill the Ember, guys. He just needs to relentlessly chase our Queen of Pain to the ends of the earth until he's completely out of mana. That turned out that was the solution. But yeah, is this a big enough lead to just take over the whole map and slow down the troll, right? Like, they haven't really completely zoned them out, but this Slar continues to grow, and it's still keeping that same pacing ahead of the troll warlord, and also just gonna deny any chance of like playing Batrider is all about vision, right? Like you're trying to get that jump. He's almost at the blink dagger. It's a hard hero to play when you're running under wards like this. The reinforcements are here.
I'll just let you free.
Yeah. They're just getting chased down. Yeah, V2 says, I'm working on it. I'm coming. Oh. Iceberg still chipping away at this Deso. Hasn't had the freest game, obviously, with his dive and not a super simple lane for him to play into, but he's gonna get there, I would say, without V-Tunes doing. Now they're going in up top. No, General's gonna cancel. I mean, he's got the instant blink.
Start plotting. We have revenge to meet.
Good choice. You don't really want to pop the ulti. He was so close though without that big pure damn. Well, not pure anymore. The jacked up magical damage of the brain sap. It's like we're gonna make it magical, but we're gonna give it even more. So kind of works out with the way they changed like all the magic resistances and stuff too. Yeah, that's true.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
That was nice. Bounty is claimed. Oh, here we go. Mid lane though. They got him.
So I end.
Oh, you thought you were winning?
Now run. Remnant did dissipate before he respawned as well. V-Team gonna find James. Can anyone assist? Eknar thinks about it, says sorry, dude.
Invisibility.
A little something extra for the event. Precious.
Tell you, this is the... Yeah, they need this kind of play. The necros and catching waves and... I mean, maybe a courier, but... that probably would have worked. Back in the mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
These salves that Ekner are throwing on top are almost saving him, or else he would be dead in those false
Dire's
promises.
middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
It's not even free, right? Because again, the power of the Bane. 'Cause this has been such a common theme lately, especially in Pro Dota. Is just like the importance of these BKBs and trying to turn around games with them. And I do think that's why Bane has just been looking better and better, because it's just not safe, right?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, nice. These are the games where Jakiro is just amazing too. It's like, I always want to fly while these fights have been happening. He's just been chipping away at these outer towers. He's been chucking all these level 4 liquid fires, and now as like they don't have good sieging cores, but you know, max out liquid fire is pretty damn good to make up for that. Slexel's at 13,000 net worth. He's huge. He doesn't even feel threatened enough to need a BKB either. He's going for his own basher to keep controlling and try and snowball even further by just like, I mean, one bash on Bat or Queen, I think they just die. I mean, this Queen of Pain is still trying to get Greaves. That's all right. Yeah. Hi.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Really? He's gonna go for this? Once he popped that ulti, I was like, he's done this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.